All right. Well, hi everybody. It's the first day of my vacation. Technically, going to be off for a week and a couple of days. And what am I doing? I'm flying fake planes, getting ready to fly real planes. Uh, you know me by now. So we're here in XPlane. We've got the 172 NG November Golf. We're here at our favorite place, Boeing Field, and what we're doing today is we're actually going to be spending some time getting ready for what's called the Stage 2 check. Stage 2 check at Galvin is, are you ready to fly cross country? And flying cross country takes a lot of the skills that I've had to learn. So it's not only managing the plane, but it's managing the radio and the navigation and the weather. It's putting it all together, taking the plane from one place to another. As part of the Stage 2 check, I'm going to be able to manage a diversion. So things don't go as I plan. I'm not going to be able to get to my destination for whatever reason. I've got to pick somewhere else, go there, get my entire plan altered on the fly. So we're going to try that. We're going to try it in this Cessna 172 using a nav log I've developed for a real Mach Stage 2 flight that I would be doing in the real airplane later on today. We're going to try the Mach Stage 2 in a sim airplane in order to get ready to do it in a real airplane later. We're going to be using Pilot Edge, so I'll be contacting ATC with Pilot Edge, and we're going to be routing up to Skagit in the north, and then some way through that flight, I'm going to choose to divert, and we're going to see how that affects everything. I have to do some math, I have to do some navigation. Things will move pretty fast when you do the excuse me. Things move pretty fast when you do a diversion, so I'm going to learn how to deal with that. And I think that's probably about it for the prelude. Shall we begin? It looks to me like I'm not going to be able to... Well, that may not be true. Here, let me see. Local mirroring. Auto detect. Sadly, no. I cannot seem to mirror. So, sorry. Looks like tablet's a no-go this time around. I've got it, but you won't be able to see it, so we'll just have to go without it. Let's get rolling. Handy checklist. Cessna 172, quick reference card. Alright, let's pre-flight this bad boy. Cabin, Hobbs tack checked. That's actually elsewhere. Pull that out. There we go. Let's go ahead and do control wheel lock out, ignition switch off. Yes, avionics power switch off, master switch on. Gyros check audibly. Yep, fuel quantity, so we'll go ahead and dip the tanks real quick. There we are. I'm going to go ahead and fill them up. That's not what I meant. I meant full tanks. There we go. Now gross weight's too high because we have a whole bunch of people in the aircraft that shouldn't be there. There we go. Me, and the instructor. Gross weight is in spec. CG is in spec. Full tanks. I'm not 167 pounds, but you don't need to worry about that. Let's see. Go ahead and turn these avionics up a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Fuel quantity check, and yep, fuel looks good down there as well. We'll go ahead and show that to you. We'll turn the avionics up so you can see it a little bit better. All right, and avionics power switch on. Make sure it's turned on. Check, listen to the cooling fans. Yes, basically they're there. All right, avionics power switch off. Alternate static source, pull. Now it should make the altimeter wiggle, but it doesn't, which is kind of weird. But in the real aircraft, it does. Annunciator panel switch, test and release. We don't have one of those. Flaps, extend and fold down. Lights, pitot heat on, check. All lights on. Pitot heat on. We walk around, we make sure there's the green, there's the landing and the taxi lights on the wing, there's the red, we have the strobes that are going, there's the beacon, and then there's the rear white light. All lights are good. And, ooh, pitot heat's hot. Turn that off. Turn everything off except the beacon. All right, and parking brake set, no, but we do stand on the brakes here. That's how we do it at Galvin. All right, anything else? The empennage, right wing, we've done all that. We've done the checking. We know all these other things are good. We've done a check. Our mechanic says, hey, we're all good. I'm not going to sump the tanks. You don't need to see that stuff. Here, I'll open and close the baggage door, though. It's like, hey, look at that. Your baggage door is open. What? I said your baggage door is open. What? There we go. Now the baggage door is closed. Okay. So, the other things we need to do is take off the remove before flight stuff, right? Boop, boop, tie downs. Chocks, tie downs, and remove before flights are out. All right, that looks good so far. Okay, before starting engine pre-flight complete. Passenger briefing. If we were doing passengers, it'd be safety C, so that's why did I just blank out there? Safety, S. Seatbelts, A. Air, where the air vents are and how to adjust them. F. Fire extinguisher into the co-pilot's seat in case you need it. E. Exits, they're the two doors, left and right. Latch type mechanism, pop it open. If that doesn't work, open the window and get out. T. Talking. Feel free to talk. Love to have folks on board. Point out traffic if you see it. T is traffic, T is talking. And don't talk during sterile cockpit when we're doing landing and takeoff. We'll let you know when that is, and we'll let you know when to clear to talk again. And then Y is your questions. There's also C. I better remember what C is. I don't remember what C is. Figure that out. Seats and seatbelts adjusted and locked. They are. They're not in this sim. Circuit breakers check in. Looks pretty good to me. Electrical equipment is off. Avionics power switch is off. Oh, I didn't turn the master off. I should have turned the master off. All right, fuel tanks are on both. Fuel shut off. I'll check that. Make sure that's, yep, it's in. Sweet. Throttle open 1/4 inch. Not very much. There you go. Mixture to idle cutoff. It is. Master switch to on. Beacon is on. Engine prime. We do need engine prime because we're cold, and you can see the EGT and oil temperature, or the oil temperature is really low, so it is cold. So fuel pump, 1, and mixture rich, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mixture to lean. Fuel pump off. Prop area clear. Get the keys. Put the keys in there. All right. Clear prop. And I should close the door, but open the window. Okay, here we go. The vapor lock situation in this aircraft is just ridiculous. Thank you. Alternator battery is on. Oh. Starter. Okay, there we go. Plus amps for charging the battery. A little bit higher on the RPM to get the oil pressure up. Alright, mixture advanced engine fires, starter disengaged, throttle 1000 RPM, oil pressure check. Oil pressure is up to the green now. I'll go ahead and pull the RPM back to 1000. Mixture lean is required, a little bit lean for the ground. Avionics power switch on. Radio's GPS set. Okay. Alright, well we know a couple of things that we need to know here. I'm going to go take a look at my documentation, and my documentation tells me what my frequencies should be. So KBFI, we're going to go ahead and get the weather here. Oh, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
Pilot Edge, baby. Alright. So let's go ahead and tune the weather. 12775 here. I'll go ahead and use COM2 for that. 1, 2, 7, 7, 5. And COM2.
4 left, 1 4 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches between Boeing Field and Seattle International. Expect aircraft above you on final. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
I'm going to let it run
King
again.
County Airport. 8 is information Delta. 1853 Zulu. Wind variable at 4. Visibility 10. Ceiling 5,500 broken. Temperature 11. Dew point 6. Altimeter 3009 R. Arriving and parting runways 14 left, 14 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches between Boeing Field and Seattle International. Expect aircraft above you on final. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial.
There we go, and that's ground dialed in there, and I want, let's see, 126.0.
Eugene Tower, Sirius 5858, radio check.
2.6.
Number 5858, you're loud and clear.
Thanks, 5858.
There we go, 120.6 is dialed in for the tower, and then I will tune, let's see, next tower is going to be Skagit CTAF 123075. And then COM2, we can set Skagit weather, which is 121125.
Twin Cessna 1 Sierra Charlie. Hello, with Oakland Center. Descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 10,000, Monterey altimeter 3010.
Sounds like some fun people. Okay, we got comms, and comms are set to Boeing ground. We know we have Delta, and let's see. Prior to taxi, mixture lean is required. Yes. Avionics power switch on. Radio's GPS set. ATIS altimeter received and set. So we have the ATIS. We need to set the altimeter.
1399 right turn, Alpha 1, Alpha to parking, monitor ground.
Right, Alpha 1, Alpha to parking, monitor ground, United 1399, thanks, we'll see you.
3009, there you go. And we want on our standby altimeter, same deal, 3009. We're going to set it for the field at 22 feet, so. Just like that. Maybe just a little click that way. There we go. Okay, that's good. ATIS and altimeter have been set, and radios and GPS have been set. Transponder, alt code set. Transponder is 1200, but it's off, set to alt. It's on and should be R for receiving. Yes, flaps retract. All the way up. Are they going up? It looks like they're going up. Yes, they're going up, and flaps are up. Parking brakes release and test, so we'll go ahead and release the brakes and roll forward a little bit. And then brake. Brakes are good, and lights as required. So taxi, nav, and strobe on. I can see the strobe, you can see the strobe. Great, all right. Close that bad boy. All right, let's get up to the line and call ground. Watch out for that car. Jeez. All right. Oh, and I should probably connect and see what my 436 Sierra Papa. Okay. Let's use 786 Sierra Alpha.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
Oop, I'm getting foggy. See if cabin air will handle it. And if cabin air doesn't handle it, then cabin air plus cabin heat will handle it. Now I need cabin heat. There it goes, clearing right up. Okay, make sure that we're good to go here. 121.9 and ready to transmit on COM2. And we're going to head up to schedule, so we want the Bellevue Departure. I want to make sure that that's still a valid departure in a 1-4 right configuration. I'm sure, or 1-4 configuration. I'm sure it is. South departure runway 14. Bellevue is a 1-4 left departure. So we'll expect 1-4 left. Let's make sure they give it to us. Boeing ground, good day. Cessna 436 Sierra Papa with Delta at Galvin, requesting Bellevue departure.
And at Boeing, say again your call sign.
Apologies, wrong call sign. Correct call sign is November 786 Sierra Alpha.
Number 786 Sierra Alpha, Boeing ground runway 14 left, taxi via Alpha, Alpha 2.
14 left via Alpha, Alpha 2, 6 Sierra Alpha. Know your call sign. Okay, get your plates out. Alpha, Alpha 2, that's going to be left turn, and Alpha 2 is going to be just off of my right. It's a real short hop, so pack in. We're going to be reaching speeds of 3. Okay, we're in the run-up box. So before we hold short and call tower on 14 left, we are going to do our before takeoff checklist. So parking brake set, passenger seat backs most upright, seats and seat belts checked secure. Yes, they are. Cabin doors closed and locked. I'm going to check this one first. That's locked. Windows locked. I'm going to check mine. That's locked. Windows locked. Flight controls free and correct. All right, let's do full deflection tests. So it's going to be all the way left and all the way back. Check those elevators. You know, I'm not seeing what I would expect to see. What's going on with my yoke? That's very, very strange. My yoke is not responding. It should. Something ain't right. Hang on a second. I think I might know what's going on here. Yeah. I had another joystick plugged in. There we go. Okay, that's why we do the check, isn't it? That was going to be horrible. All right, there we go. Back. There's the elevators. Full right. Okay, I got good deflection. Full elevator forward. There we go. All right, I'm going to take a second and remove this joystick that's in the way. That's for my Apache attack helicopter, which you will see at a later date this coming week. Very excited to fly that, but first I must fly this. All right, where were we? Free and correct. Electric trim autopilot test. All right, electric trim first. Bzzzt, bzzzt. Electric trim works. Autopilot. We'll go ahead and press heading mode, and autopilot on. Oops. AP, heading mode, yes it deflects, and yes I can override it, and I can disconnect it. Autopilot test is complete. Elevator trim set for takeoff, we did as part of our elevator electric trim check. Fuel quantity, we'll recheck that. That looks good. Flight instruments check and set. We've set our altimeters. We have neutral position, we have neutral airspeed, and altimeter for the field and the backup instruments. The primary flight display looks good. Fuel selector valve, recheck both. Yes, it's on both. Mixture to rich, all the way rich, and we're going to throttle up to 1800 and do a mag check. Okay, about 1800. Right mag, or left mag, 1730. That's pretty good. That's a drop of about 20, and it goes back up. And check right, and it's a drop of about 30 or, yeah, excuse me, 70, which is the same as the left. The difference between them is very slight. So mags are good. While we have her up at 1800, we're also going to check our engine instruments and make sure all that's looking good. So oil pressure's in the green, fluid flow, oil temperature in the green, vac is in the green. EGT isn't a whole lot yet, but it will, I'm sure it'll peak up. Ammeter is showing plus 21 amps. It's supposed to wiggle if you do the flaps. It doesn't in this simulator. That's how that goes. None illuminated on the annunciator panel.
Charlie, Roger.
Just going to call that alerts. Those alerts are fine. Throttle to idle, and smooth idle at 600. Pretty smooth. Alright, back up we go to 1000. Make sure our throttle friction is set the way we like it. It's the way I like it. Lights is required. They're all good. I'll turn on landing lights as soon as we take the field. Radios and avionics set. Okay. This is where we do just a little bit of waypoint entering in the flight planner mode. I'm not going to put every waypoint in here because, quite frankly, they don't all exist. I'm using some VFR waypoints that are really just visual. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 3 points as reference. I'm going to use KBFI where we are. Come on, man. And I'm going to use KWO. KAWO, which is Arlington, which is a sort of a halfway point between where we are and where we want to go. See that right there? KWO. And then KBVS. K B V S, which is Skagit Regional. And there we go. And that's really, those are the big waypoints, and we'll do the rest of it via VFR waypoints. We'll be fine. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to supplement our, we're going to go ahead and, oh, excuse me for a second, FPL, activate KWO. That'll be useful. Turn that off. Okay. as I said, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to supplement our navigation by using radio navigation through VORs just as a double check on where we are and where we're going. So the first is 116.8, which is Seattle. Okay, good. And when we get to North Bellevue, we should be at R008. So we're going to set course to CDI, course 008, and when we cross that line, we'll be on the 008 radial from the Seattle VOR, which we know is Seattle because it says SEA there, and that'll be a double check that we are actually, in fact, over North Bellevue. So, and if we're south, I'm realizing now we probably are going to be south of Bellevue. Let me see about that. South of Bellevue, north of
Princess 10 Charlie, contact NorCal approach 121.3.
Okay, well, I'm trying. Okay, we have set GPS. We have set our nav radios. We don't have a flight plan that we're filing. I'm going to go ahead and set our initial cruise altitude of 1,500 into the altitude field on the autopilot. Just like that. And then I'm going to set the heading bug to 140. That's the heading of the runway, so that we'll fly runway heading. Okay, what's next? Autopilot off. It is. Transponder code set Alt 1200 with Alt is good. Parking brake release before takeoff checklist is complete. We're going to go ahead and hold short runway 14 left, call tower, and get clearance out of here. Now 14 left is west. It's a small runway, so it's actually 118.3 on the comms, not 120.6. I was making a mistake and thought we were going to get 14 right, but we didn't. We got 14 left, so I just needed to make a quick change on the comms.
NorCal approach, hello, Twin System 1 Sierra Charlie, 6,400, descending 1, Monterey Information Hotel.
Twin System 1 Sierra Charlie, NorCal approach, thanks for hotel. Expect vectors ILS for landing 10 right approach.
We can take the approach from Salinas if that works for you for 1 Sierra Charlie.
It works for me, expect.
Will do.
Let's see. Boeing Tower, Cessna 786, Sierra Alpha, holding short runway 14 left, Bellevue Departure.
Number 786 Sierra Alpha, Boeing Tower, a Bellevue Departure is approved, wind calm, runway 14 left, clear for takeoff.
Fly 14 left, clear for takeoff, Bellevue Departure, 6 Sierra Alpha.
And Twin Cessna 1 Sierra Charlie, cross Salinas VOR at or above 6,000, cleared ILS, runway 10 right approach.
Cross Salinas at or above 6,000 and cleared ILS 10 right approach, 1 Sierra Charlie.
So we're going to go ahead and get up into the air, and as soon as we do and we kind of get established, I'm going to go ahead and call Seattle approach and get VFR flight following to Skagit. But that all comes after we get into the air. Lights, camera, action. Looking for 55 on the speedometer. 55, she's alive. And we're going to climb out at 74. Alright, so the Bellevue departure is left turn to crosswind at usual, like 700. And then we'll fly downwind, depart midfield right turn for the point where I-90 meets Mercer Island, and then we're going to stay a little north of Mercer Island and south of Bellevue. We can fly at 1600. I'm going to go ahead and choose 1500, say standard VFR altitude. All right, here we go. Making that move, continuing the climb. And there's crosswind. Continue the climb. And somewhere down there is those power lines. There they are. I keep hearing that's not how the pros do it, but and we're looking for the reciprocal of the runway heading, which is this right here. Alright, and as soon as we depart, as soon as we cut off for Bellevue, we can actually start climbing above pattern altitude, but not until then, so we're just chilling. There's midfield. Off we go. And kicking a little bit of right rudder, keep that turn coordinated, and we're going to start our climb to 1,500, aiming for I-90 meets Mercer Island. It's a love story. Alright, we'll go ahead and click the heading bug right about there. And we're going to go heading mode. And just like that. Alright, AP is engaged. And we'll bring that throttle back. Alright, and then as soon as we cross here, let me take a look and just see real quick on my tablet. It's basically at Bellevue. We're out of their airspace, so Bellevue's off to the right there, so I want to be going, what do my documents say? 036. Right turn. Aim for the south of Bellevue. Beautiful. Now let's see. TAS 118. I don't see any crosswind components. I think winds are calm today. And if that's the case, we're not going to have any drift, so I'm actually going to uncorrect 2 degrees. No, this looks fine. I'm not going to mess with it right now. Alright, let's take a look at Seattle approach really quick, or 11920 is departure, 11920, and I'll switch that.
Oakland clearance delivery, good afternoon, November 62 Tango Charlie. I'd like to pick up IFR to Mather.
119.2.
Number 60 Tango Charlie. Local clearance on request, stand by.
Okay, and Bellevue's in the 30, so I'm going to stay at 1500 until we cross Lake Sammamish, and then I'm going to climb.
Yeah, November 60 Tango Charlie, be full route for the tech route. Let me know when you're ready.
3,500 at Duval. By Duval, then
Okay,
we're
we'll
gonna
let you
climb
know when we're ready.
1,000
We're going to pull up the tech route
3,500.
just before that. Thanks. 60 Tango Charlie.
Seattle departure, Cessna November 786, Sierra Alpha, altitude 1,500, south of Bellevue, with request.
Number 786 Sierra Alpha, Seattle departure, squawk 0710.
0710 for 6 Sierra Alpha. 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 0710 for
Number 786 Sierra Alpha is radar contact at about approximately 12 miles north of the Seattle VOR, altimeter 3008, stay altitude, aircraft type, and request.
6 Sierra Alpha is type Skyhawk, altitude 1,500, will be climbing to 3,500, expect 4,500. Request is VFR flight following to Skagit Regional.
Number 6 Sierra Alpha, not a problem, maintain VFR.
Maintain VFR, 6 Sierra Alpha.
Oakland clearance 62 Tango Charlie, ready to copy for route.
Number 62 Tango Charlie is cleared to Sacramento Mather Airport, Nimitz 5 departure. Radar vectors Oakland, VOR, join Victor 6. Sacramento VOR, then direct.
So this is Lake Sammamish,
Maintain
and
3,000,
halfway
expect
across
5,000
this
within
little
5
head
minutes.
of Lake Sammamish is the difference
Norcal
between
departure
the 3,000 and the
135.1.
5,000 foot shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and
Squawk
plug
3325.
3,500 into my altimeter, or into my altitude for my autopilot now. I'm going to go ahead and start a climb.
We're clear to the Mather Airport via the Nimitz 5, and then I'm going to need the transition up to 3,000, expect 5,000 in 3325, and we'll pick up the rest of the route when we get that transition sorted.
Number 62 Tango Charlie, it's Nimitz 5 departure. Radar vectors, Oakland VOR, Victor 6, Sacramento VOR, direct. And departure is NorCal
Duval.
135.1.
Okay, the Nimitz 5 radar vectors, Oakland, Victor 6, Sacramento VOR, direct, and 135.1.
Okay, there's
for
PAE,
1060. 62 Tango Charlie.
And then we're looking for R115. 115.
All right, up north, 786 Sierra Alpha's flight following to Skagit. He
Seattle departure, say again for 6 Sierra Alpha.
Number 6 Sierra Alpha, disregard, thanks though.
Right now I have to get my timings once I get to, oh, man, this is too bad. I wasn't checking my timings. When was I off the deck? I don't know. That was dumb. I do know it's 12:01 now, and so I'll go ahead and I'll put ATA when we hit Duval, and I'll do the rest of my timings from there. Put them in a different color, so I know that they're silly and they don't mean anything.
For 6 Sierra Alpha, change to my frequency 120.4.
120.4 for 6 Sierra Alpha.
For 1 Sierra Charlie, report established final approach course.
We'll report established final approach course, 1 Sierra Charlie. Good morning.
Oop, I was losing speed there. That wasn't smart. I should have seen that the wings were starting to waggle. Good day, 786 Sierra Alpha with you, altitude 3,500.
For 786 Sierra Alpha, Seattle approach, thank you, and Payne altimeter 3008.
6 Sierra Alpha. Payne altimeter, I'll click that barrow down by 1. That's Payne altimeter. Click this down by 1. There we go. Alright, so didn't do too smart there. Let myself get a little bit too slow in the climb. I should have been monitoring that. I should have felt the wing waggle. I was busy working my working my glass, which is not the airplane. Go ahead and pull the RPM back now because we're at the current cruise altitude. As soon as we hit Duval, we're going to do a left turn. We're going to climb to 4,500, and then that'll be our cruising altitude for the rest of it. Now, as I said, I want to actually I want to write my times.
Like to pick up IFR clearance to Amarillo.
Sir 1305 Bravo, no flight plan on file.
Okay, I'll go rectify that and be right back with you.
104. I've been live for 40 minutes, so it was basically 12:30 when we began. That's not bad, actually. So it's, I'm gonna call it 12:45 when we were off. 12:50. Okay, and the town of Duval is basically right there. So the time now is 12:04. 13:04. And now we're going to turn, and there's the CDI on the VOR, says we're there, so it's going to be left turn to 327. And
Albuquerque Center, South 1305 Bravo.
there we go. And
1305 Bravo, I do have the flight plan now, stand by.
climbing for 4,500 on course now. Okay, so that was 1305, 13, I'm going to call that 1305 actually. Okay, so we expect to be there in 9 minutes, so we expect to be there, let's call it 12:15, and if we get there a little bit early, that's fine. 12:15 plus 6 is 12:21, plus 9 is 12:30, plus another 8 is 12:38.
Via Panhandle, direct,
13,
maintain 7,000. Albuquerque, center frequency 127.85, squawk 2065. Hold
How did I get that? How did I get that wrong? Let's try it again. 1305 plus 9.
One more time with the swap for 1305 Bravo.
Put the nose down 2 notches.
Squawk 2065.
Keep our speed good. Okay, anyway. 1305 plus 9.
Clear to
1314.
Airport,
1320. 1329, 1332, 1337, 1338 it's scheduled.
For 1305 Bravo.
All right.
05 Bravo, read back to rectify, ready.
Hold on, 1305 Bravo.
All right, we're going to go ahead and let our speed catch up. And once we get to cruise speed, then I'm going to go ahead and lean out the mixture. That'll reduce our fuel burn a little bit. This shows as 1.9 gallons used so far. Okay, and there's the speed that we're looking for. Throttle back to 2,400 RPM. We're doing good. We're staying clear of clouds. It's not perfect. There's a little bit of cloud action over here, but we're under the shelf, and so I'm feeling okay at the moment. We're aiming for Lake Stevens, which is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and lean out, and then I'm going to go ahead and set up the nav VOR for the next checkpoint. Speed looks stable, so let's go ahead and bring up the lean assist. Okay, we're leaning out nice and slow. Looking for the peak. Oh, you just heard it. You just heard it. You heard the engine kind of cough a little bit. I'm going to go ahead. There you go. Now we're 30 degrees rich of peak. Fuel flow 7.2. Right? And 2.1 gallons remaining. Let me try that again. 2.1 gallons used, 38 remaining. Fuel flow 7.2.
Here for ground, Scott 1305 Bravo, taxiing runway 20. Here for traffic.
Now we expected 1305 plus 9 would give us, I called it 1315, so we have about 5 minutes until we hit Lake
Bravo, you're
Stevens.
transmitting on Albuquerque Center frequency.
Thank you.
In order to hit Lake Stevens, I'm altering course a little bit to the left because I don't think I'm quite on where I need to be.
Open ground, good afternoon, November 62 Tango Charlie at Kaiser Air. I'd like to taxi for departure.
262 Tango Charlie, Oakland ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Charlie Bravo.
28 right by Charlie Bravo, 62 Tango Charlie.
Alright, this is the magic moment where something happens and we cannot make Skagit. I want to make Skagit, but I can't. Ah, crap. What are we going to do? Well, what we got to do is we got to figure out a divert airport. We have to divert, and then we have to kind of run our divert checks. So, as I said, can't make Skagit. What can we make? Well, we don't have a fuel problem. We're looking okay. We got 38 gallons. Range isn't an issue. However, I want to land somewhere that I know and somewhere that I feel good about. Over here to the west is Everett. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to be if we're looking at Everett. So I'm over W16.
Monterey Tower, good afternoon.
266 magnetic, 12 miles.
On the ILS 10 right.
266 magnetic. Let's see. KPAE 266 magnetic, 12 nautical miles. Okay, we're going to go ahead.
Clear to land, 10 Charlie.
Actually, I'm not going to start until I've... Let me try that again. Let me try that again. Okay, 12 nautical miles at our current speed of 120 nautical miles means we're going to be able to get there in 6 minutes. Do we have 6 minutes of gas? Yes, we do. And also, if we're going to do that, we're going to have to drop through a couple of shelves. So we're going to have to go down to the 6,000-foot shelf. That's not bad, but I actually want to set up 6,000-foot shelf. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and descend, and we're going to get ready to get into KPAE. We know we got gas, we know we've got time, we know we got the altitude to make it. The runway, there's a small runway, 3,000 feet, there's a big runway that's 9,000 feet. Both have good concrete. Let's try to make 16 left. Looks like it has the best traffic. It's left traffic, so I'll go ahead and call KPAE in a minute. Let's go ahead and tell them that we're going to divert to KPAE. ETA is... how do I do Zulu time on this thing? Well, whatever. I think the time is 19 Zulu. I'll just call it 13. Slow down, Charles. It's 6 minutes from now. 13:16 local. Seattle. Skyhawk 786 Sierra Alpha needs to divert to Painfield KPAE. New ETA 13:16 local.
Your 786 Alpha, Roger, and Payne Airport is off at 9 o'clock in about 9.5 miles.
6 Sierra Alpha turning toward Painfield now. Thank you.
6 Sierra Alpha, you can keep your squawk code, contact Payne Tower.
Keep squawk code, contact Payne Tower, 6 Sierra Alpha. All right, let's get down. We're going to need to dump some altitude. Elevation 607, we need to get down to pattern altitude, which is going to be 1600, so I'll go ahead and dial that in real quick.
Albuquerque, center south 1305 Bravo.
Right, there's
ready
that. I'm
for
going to press
departure
IAS,
at,
and... All right.
1305 Bravo, release for departure, clearance way, if not off in 3 minutes. If not off in 3 minutes, advise Albuquerque Center.
All right, KPAE, she told me I can change frequency, so it's...
Clear for IFR departure.
ATC
Void if not off in
12865.
5 minutes. We'll contact center and advise them of intentions within 10 minutes of departure. Frequency change approved. 1205 Bravo.
865. I'll contact in just a second. We'll get the ATIS. And then Payne Tower is 120.2. Runway 34 right, 120.2. Perfect. Okay, let's pull up COM 2.
Back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima. Snohomish County Airport. 8 is information Lima. 1953 Zulu. Wind 240 at 6. Visibility 10. Ceiling 4,900 broken. 6,000 broken. 10,000 overcast. Temperature 10. Dew point 7. Altimeter 3009 or. Arriving and departing runways 16 left, 16 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima.
Oakland Tower, good afternoon. November 62 Tango Charlie, holding short of
Snohomish
28,
County
right, ready to go.
Tango Charlie, Oakland Tower, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
28 right, clear for takeoff. 62 Tango Charlie.
Oh, and I should also do nearest. Direct. Activate. Paintfield Tower, good morning, Cessna 786 Sierra Alpha, 6 miles northeast with Lima, full stop.
10 Charlie, taxi to parking via Bravo, monitor ground, have a wonderful day.
Parking via Bravo, monitor ground, you too have a wonderful day. 10 Charlie.
There's 786 Sierra Alpha, Payne Tower. Join the left base, runway 16 right, report established final.
Join left base, runway 16 right, report established final, 6 Sierra Alpha. Okay, so let's see, left base, 16 right, let's see, it's, 16 right has right traffic. Wait. Really? Okay, fine. I have to do what the controller says. Join left base, runway 16 right. So, I will... Yeah, okay, fine. That's totally fine. That's what I said. So left base would be fly in here and then swing over like doot, doot, like that. So that's what we'll do. Join left base. Hey, I didn't lean my engine out before I descended. That wasn't good, was it? I'm going to go ahead and hand fly it from here because what am I doing? And that's going to allow me to set my heading bug to 16 so I can keep an eye on base, which I'm basically on extended left base for 16 right now, and I'm at pattern altitude, which is really good, but I need to start a drop. I need to drop down a little bit, right? Because at this point, I'm past the downwind, so I actually need to be getting my flaps down. I need to be running my before landing checklist. I need to be getting my flaps down to 2 notches. I need to be slowing down. So we're looking, we're trying to understand visually where we are. We're starting to drop altitude, which is a good thing. We want to do that. I'll run our checklist just as soon as I verify I've got pattern speed and pattern altitude. Okay, there's 1 notch of flaps.
Bravo, Albuquerque Center,
2 notches. Okay, I've got 16 right. I want to make sure that's not 16 left. It's not. 16 left, the small runway is over there. 16 right, the big runway is right there.
Bravo, radar contact 34 miles southwest of San Leandro VO.
Okay, we're down 300 feet from our from our pattern altitude. We're going to go ahead and run our before landing checklist. We want to do Florida or both tanks. Fuel shutoff is in. Mixture is rich. Keys are in both. Master is on. Lights are as required. Seatbelts are fastened. Autopilot is off.
2 Tango Charlie, contact NorCal Departure.
Over to departure now, 62 Tango Charlie.
Okay, we're going to take left turn.
NorCal Departure, good afternoon, November 62 Tango Charlie, level 3,315.
62 Tango Charlie, NorCal Departure, radar
I turned a little early, but I've got 2 reds over 2 whites. Red over white, you're all right.
5,000 now, 62 Tango Charlie.
I'm going to go ahead and left turn here. Go ahead, 1 more notch of flaps. Ease that out, get our nose pointed down.
NorCal 2 Tango Charlie, when able, proceed direct Sacramento.
When able, direct Sacramento, 62 Tango Charlie.
Paine Tower, 786 Sierra Alpha on final runway 16 right.
786 Sierra Alpha, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 16 right, 6 Sierra Alpha. Six Sierra Alpha, can we make this a touch and go departure to the south?
6 Sierra Alpha, runway 16 right, clear touch and go, southbound departure approved.
Clear touch and go, 16 right, southbound departure approved, 6 Sierra Alpha, thank you. Gotta get back home, right? We're not gonna land here. We're here to do a job. Okay, I gotta cut that engine. Get down to 65. For some reason I was thinking I needed to be at 75. I'm clearly getting a little bit flustered, which is embarrassing, but you know, I can recover. It's okay. All right, there's that. Flaps up. 1, 2, 3. Flaps are up. Full power.
Idaho 05 Bravo, go ahead and contact our Bravo approach, actually now 119.5.
That might have been for me. Seattle, was last message for 6 Sierra Alpha?
Negative.
Better safe than sorry.
Amarillo approach, down 305 Bravo, 6,600, climbing 7,000.
1305 Bravo, Amarillo approach, Amarillo altimeter 3013, go ahead.
1305 Bravo has information. Hotel would like vectors, VOR runway 31 approach, full stop.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and just hold at 1500, and we'll keep this heading, and altitude. Alright, as we're doing a southbound departure,
1305 Bravo, fly heading 065, vector 4 skies, expect VOR runway 31 approach.
I want to
Flying
find something
065,
that I'm
vectors for
familiar
skies,
with.
expect
I know where
VOR
Green Lake
runway
is, so I'm
31
just going to
approach,
do a
1005.
direct for Green Lake, which from here is 174 magnetic.
060 Alpha, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 60 Alpha. Alright, I'm close enough to Seattle that I'm not going to request flight following. I'm going to just contact Seattle Tower, or excuse me, Boeing Tower, when I'm within the parameters of the Green Lake arrival, which is what I'm going to use. But the first thing I got to do is I got to get Seattle, Boeing Field's weather. It may have changed, so let's go ahead and clear that off. 1500 is good. I'm staying under the shelf. I don't have obstructions here. I've got clear line of sight. I'm good. I can take a look at a few things for a second. I think over there is Lake Washington. And we're on our way. Green Lake is sort of our visual target that we want to hit. So, 12775. Let's get us some weather.
The 3009, arriving and departing runways 14 left, 14 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches between Boeing Field and Seattle International. Expect aircraft above you on final. Read backhaul runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information echo.
It's Echo today.
Boeing King County Airport, ATC information echo. 1953 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Ceiling 4,700 overcast. Temperature 12. Dew point 6. Altimeter 3009. Arriving and departing runways 14 left, 14 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches between Boeing Field and Seattle International.
We're good.
Expect aircraft above you on final. Read backhaul runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information echo.
South arrival, Green Lake, 118.3.
Boeing King County Airport, ATC info.
Okay, dial in Boeing Tower, and I'm transmitting on COM 1. I'm ready to contact Boeing Tower as soon as I cross Green Lake. I'm at 1,500 feet. I could stand probably to be a little bit higher, but honestly, we have only 9 minutes to go until we are at Boeing Field, so let's just go home, and we can stay a little low, and I'm feeling guilty. I mean, we should probably be at 2,500, so good habits, good habits, good habits, good habits. $2,500. Feeling all right? Feeling all right. Probably take a slightly bigger bite if I wanted to. Since it's a short climb, just at 2,500, bleed off a little bit of speed, but I'll get up there fairly quickly. Actually, yeah, okay, it doesn't matter if I was going to make it a schedule or not, because the timings don't matter. Okay, so I've got really, really bright lights. That's going to be Seattle. That's KSEA. And Green Lake is this little blotch here, I believe. If I got that right, let me see if that's correct. Yeah, it is, because this is Lake Union, this little like heart artery thing. Whoa! Oh, that's quite a weather update. Wow. Well, METAR's updated. That's good news for my ambitions later on today. There's Green Lake right there. So my arrival instructions indicate contacts tower over Green Lake, fly I-5 southbound until 520 bridge, 1,500 feet, 1 mile final. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and come down now to altitude 1,500, and we'll put it in flight level change mode. There we go. That'll keep the speed. Drop the throttle. That adjusts the pitch automatically for me. And then it says follow I-5. So we'll I-5 is right. I think it's right here. I don't know. Get their gigs on body. Anyway, until the 520 bridge is right there, 1,500. So. Yeah, you can barely see it. That's the 520 bridge right there. Boeing Tower, good day. Cessna 786 Sierra Alpha with Echo over Green Lake, full stop.
Your 76, Crusher 786 Sierra Alpha Boeing Tower, join the final for runway 14 right and report 3 miles out.
Join the final for 14 right, report 3 miles, 786 Sierra Alpha. All right, there we go. Let's go. Okay, so the instructions are I-5 south until we cross 520 and then join final. And it's runway 14 right, so the big one. That actually, I'm not sure that quite makes sense. I think the arrival is actually 14 left. Yeah, it is. I'll just ask for it. Boeing Tower 786 Sierra Alpha, could we get 14 left, the small runway on this one?
Tower 6 Sierra Alpha, sure. Report 3 mile final, runway 14 right.
Again, was requesting 14 left, 786 Sierra Alpha.
Tower 6 Sierra Alpha, sorry. Runway 14 left, 14 left, report 3 mile final.
We'll join final for 14 left and report 3 miles. 786 Sierra Alpha, thank you. There we go. Hear what they're saying, not what you want to hear. Read back all instructions, and if you feel weird, ask. I love the Pilot Edge controllers, though. They are doing an awesome job.
Bravo was request.
Okay, and there was.
618 elevator contact lost.
And that was 520 back there, so we're looking to join.
005 Bravo at XG 10, left heading 080, set to maintain 5,000, go ahead request.
Turn 080, descend and maintain 5,000. Requesting that you throw me an unpublished hold on the VOR for practice with their 05 Bravo.
I love people that are practicing stuff with this. It's so cool.
You want to fly a hold off of the VOR or at the VOR?
Off of the VOR, please.
And I'll go ahead and set my heading bug for 14 so I know where it is in relation to me. There's I-5. I know it takes a bend around it, and this little dip past the hill is where KBFI is. If I look to the left, I'll see Renton further out there, and then Seattle's way over there. So, and I'm supposed to report 3-mile final. I don't have it yet. There's KBFI right there. Go ahead, flaps down another notch.
Air 1305 Bravo, advisory to copy holding instructions.
I got the small runway in sight.
05 Bravo, ready to copy.
Air 1305 Bravo, you are cleared direct correction, you're cleared to Styes intersection. Hold southwest on the Panhandle 133 radial. Left turns. Maintain 5,000. Expect further clearance 2055. Time now 2034. And just advise me if you'd like to continue for the approach.
Boeing Tower 786.
Bravo, clear to skies, hold southwest on Panhandle 133 radial, left turns, maintain 5,000, descend to maintain 5,000 feet, expect further clearance at 20550 1305 Bravo.
Someone was calling. 060 Alpha, runway 14 left, clear to land.
14 left, clear to land, 60 Alpha. Yeah, unfortunately, I just wasn't able to get a word in there because of that clearance, but she knew I was here, she knew what I was doing, making predictable moves. I'm going to go ahead and chop the throttle and get a better glide path here. Put my nose down until I can see some red lights pop up. There's one. And I'm going to anticipate the other and give it just a little bit of gas. Maybe not quite that much. Did we do our checks? No, we didn't. Both. Fuel shutoff's in, mixture is rich, keys are in both, master is on, lights are as required, seatbelts are fastened, autopilot is off. Ha-ha! Alright, we're high on the glide path again, so we're going to point the nose down. Keep the throttle chopped. There's one red. Red number 2 will be coming up any second now. There it is. Arrest the descent. Not going to need it for very long. We're over the obstacles. Runway is made. Chop the throttle. Look to the end of the runway. Bleed that speed off. Honestly, I should have not done that flare so early. That was a little bit of a hard landing. Keep that nose up. Aerodynamic braking. Aerodynamic braking. There you go. That was nice. The part after I touched down was nice. I'll go ahead and monitor ground, and I'll make sure that I can. Boeing Tower 7860 Air Alpha is off at Alpha 5. Okay to contact ground?
Under 60 Alpha, taxi to parking via Alpha, and should monitor ground. Have a wonderful day.
Taxi via Alpha, monitor ground. 60 Alpha, thanks for your help. Oh wait, I ain't going anywhere until I complete my after landing checklist. Flaps, up. Transponder, Alt 1200, which no one told me to change it, so that's... Oh, I should have done that when... No, nobody said squawk VFR, so I'm doing it now. Mixture lean is required. Lean a little bit for the ground. Lights is required. We'll turn off landing lights. And trim set for takeoff. Brr, brr. Trim is set. After landing checklist complete, we have clearance to taxi. Let's go. Should have done my after landing checklist before I contacted, but I was just trying to get switched over to ground. Blah, blah, blah. So that was sort of a... was it 1 hour? 1 hour 30 minutes, maybe? Maybe it was an hour and a half, something like that. And if it is, it's going to work pretty well in the real world. Galvin coming right up after business air and these messages. Ah! I'm a forever fast taxi here. I need to rein that in a little bit. Like little people over there. Shutdown checklist. Avionics master switch off. Electrical equipment off except beacon. Make sure to idle cutoff. Keys off. Master off. And I also the standby battery. Keys. Blah. Control lock. Tanks left. Done. Whew. Done deal, and we are back home. 1 hour and 20 minutes. So that's not bad. If our 4 o'clock, that'd be 5:20, 5:30 by the time we get back in the ground. That's plenty of time. We can check it in. The next person's going to get it. So I think that all went pretty well. Happy to have done it. I bobbled it a little bit in a couple of places. I wasn't checking my timings the way that I should have. I was always should always be writing those timings down. When I did the divert, I didn't quite do the checklist the right way. Communications wasn't too terrible. I knew who I was talking to and I knew why. I'm still thinking maybe I missed when I should have squawked VFR, but I still think nobody told me to do it. So, that's probably about it. Pretty happy with the performance, and I'm looking forward to flying this for real in about 2 hours. So we'll let you know how it goes. And I'll be back later this coming week to fly the AH-64D Apache